Hey, hi everyone. Today we're going to do a quick coverage for Punjab National Bank stock, and I've collated some interesting data for this stock. So this is one of the largest PSU bank in India, and I was just looking at the shareholding pattern and the trend that it is following in the recent quarter. So from the previous quarter, we have seen that the government of India has been selling some part of its promoter holding either by some joint institution or some from the single state shareholding, but some part of its holding has been sold, and if you see that has been bought up by the DIIs, because that's the class share of holding which has increased from 9 to 11.3%, and within that 11.3%, approx 8.3% is with LIC. So if you just add all these things and you read this 13%, that is the only amount which is getting traded in the market, because obviously these stocks are not so liquid. They don't get traded every day, right? Because this is part of their long-term invested. Obviously, promoter share doesn't get traded without notifications, but even these stock investors are not short-term investors and they don't trade every day. So only 13% of its holding is getting traded every day in the liquid market. And if we see from the current market cap from of PNB at current price, there are approximately 1100 crore shares that are totally outstanding in the market. And if I take 13% of that, it's 143 crore shares that are being traded every day, that are available for trading every day. And out of that, the average volume for last 90 days is just 9.15%. So I've just computed this using the historical prices. So here, one more interesting thing that we have seen, this is the historical 90-day prices along with the volume. So the average volume on last 90 days is around 9% of the total volume. And if you see over here, whenever the prices, whenever the stock is traded with a great volume of the liquid stocks, that is the retail portion or the maybe the HNI portion, the stock has moved in a very in a very larger range. So over here, if you see, even 18% of the total trade was from the liquid retail stocks, there is some movement. When 27% of your volume is from the retail stock, there is some movement. 5% of movement on daily basis. And then if I go back to some previous days, over here you can see 13%. Over here also there's some stock movement. 14% of the trades belonging to retail, 4% again here. 10% of the stocks, the daily volume related to the retail. Again, there is some movement on the downside. So over here there's something interesting. Out of these many these many shareholders, if only 13% is responsible for the stock's poor performance, that means this script is either it's no more interesting to the DIS or the MFs, or it's just simply the liquidity is not being flowed over there. But if I see the shareholding pattern, the story is something different. Over here, though the FI has reduced the selling, but the DIs have aggressively bought it. 2% increase, more than 2% increase in the shareholding. Another interesting thing that I've seen over here is basically on the chart, on the long-term chart of the stock. So if you see, I have plotted this stock on monthly charts, and over here, this is the lowest the Bollinger Band has been squeezed. Can you see this? This is the lowest the Bollinger Band has been squeezed. So let me take a color pick from here. Yeah, this is the lowest this Bollinger Band has been squeezed, and over here you can see the price at which it is currently trading is almost equal to the price in 2003, and that is adjusted for all bonus and everything whatever the stock has given, because this is a adjusted chart. And if you see, this is actually a multi-year support for this stock. It is actually a multi-year support for this stock and the outer range of the widest Bollinger Band. Over here you can see the outer outer curve of the widest Bollinger Band, and now the squeeze which has happened in the last few months is the maximum squeeze. The Bollinger Band is squeezing. So generally when the Bollinger Band squeeze, over here you can see either the stock moves on the upper side or on the downside with really huge volumes. At this squeeze we saw that the stock actually lost from 80-90 levels to almost 26 levels in the COVID months. But over here there is another squeeze which is happening, and whatever happened over here was because of large number of NPAs and a lot of uncertainties. But the squeeze which is happening here is coupled up with some good NCLT resolutions, good recovery from the market, and yeah, the provisions are still high and the NPAs are still high, but the squeeze over here is in a better and a favorable condition. So apart from the high cost of borrowing, which is if you compare with SBI, where SBI has a lower cost of borrowing, PNB, I don't know why this stock is not performing. So I try to gather a lot of data, but I'm not able to understand why this stock is not performing. So that is the reason I plotted this data. And after this Bollinger squeeze, it will be very interesting to see whether the stock moves on the upside direction. And if the stock moves up on the upside direction, and if you see the chart over here, this could be a good movement for 15 to 20 rupees in the coming months, because if you see over here, this is a long term support for the stock almost when it started trading. It's in the 2003 range. Another interesting thing over here is if you see from the month of 1st April 2019, this candle never crossed the semi deviation of the Bollinger Band. This is the semi deviation of the Bollinger Band, halfway from the bottom. It never touched it, right? But recently after the results, and just before the results and after the results, the stock is it is floating with that line. Since March, it is convincingly floating with this line, which has not happened in the last, you can say, 24 months, right? Whenever this candle breaks the semi deviation, it either goes on the downside if it breaks from the on the downside, or if you see over here, if it breaks the semi deviation on the upside, it really fires on the upside because it's a very long range. It's a monthly chart. So this semi deviation of the Bollinger Band is very important, and whenever it breaks on the either side, it can give a decisive and a predictive stock price. Right now, if I zoom over here and I still see that still the doji is still above the, if I remove this line, the doji which has formed in this month is still above the semi deviation, and all 3 months are still above the semi deviation, which means the stock still has some hope to revive from this level. But obviously I am not going to make any inferences from this because I am waiting for this stock to really move ahead, and I have a good holding in this stock, so that's why I'm not recommending this stock at this stage. Maybe once we get some more data, we'll be able to recommend on this. But that was something that I wanted to really convey to all our followers, that PNB is at its, let me say, it's at its 15-year, 16-year, multi-year support. So over here, the stock should take support and it should bounce back, and hopefully we will see some better days for PNB. For the month of March, we have plotted. Yeah, one more thing that I wanted to show in the 1 year chart, you can see the stock is floating with the 200-day moving average over here, and it touched and bounced back. Over here also it went down, but it bounced back very well. So whenever it is touching the 200-day moving average, which is currently at 38.4, it is bouncing back. Even today it touched 38.5 and it bounced back. So as long as this blue line is bouncing back from this, that means there is a huge support. But a convincing buy will only happen once this blue line crosses this orange line, which is our 50-day DMA, daily moving average. That means the short-term trend is reversing. Fundamentally, we have already covered this stock in our articles, so I'm not covering this. Another important thing from a short-term perspective and for the month of August, you can see that today there is a good call writing at 40. So you can see there's a huge call writing in 40. If I plot the OI change, call OI change today, I'll just remove everything else. Yeah, so the call OI change has gone on the positive directory. That means 20 lakh new contracts have been written at 40. That means it's a very, 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 very strong resistance. And at the same time, the unfortunate thing is a lot of put unwinding has happened. Whenever put unwinding happens, the stock loses support at that level. So that is a bad sign, but the good sign is at 38, the puts have been added. So 38 will act as a support. This is too early for the month of August to discuss the put on the call option levels, but today the call option writing at 40 is very, very strong. This could be a straddle. People might be playing a straddle at 40. That's why we have a good, still we have a very good put options outstanding also. So we'll have to see how it unfolds. The very small put OI change at 42 level is a might be some retail traders. Otherwise, I don't think so. Institutional will be writing this kind of puts. So I think so. The institutions are writing the 40 straddle, the strike 40 straddle. So let's see what happens. Right now, the max pain is at 40. So likely the stock price is going to remain at the in the range of 40, 39, and 41. But yeah, let's see what happens. And even in the OI build-up, the only good thing is that yeah, even after long unwinding, some short covering and long build-up also happened at 42 PE today. So that's a good thing. So in overall, this stock is not giving any good signal or any decisive signal. But just remember this part that the liquidity in the market is only for 143 crore shares, because that is the only part which is liquid and available for trading on daily basis. Unless and until the promoter stake sale or any MF or any DIS takes sells any big amount. So we should be hopeful of a good recovery in this stock, but yeah, we will not recommend as long as we are not seeing any good data points and a collective movement of the stock. So I'll end this video here. My agenda was only to inform you on the PNB because I have a lot of investors who are tracking this stock. Thank you.